is a week of memorable words, memorable scenes, and we are experiencing them all like never before. That's what this extraordinary week is offering us. Words echoing round this space, invading our ears and our minds, scenes played out in front of us that are calling us to react emotionally because they're happening right here in our midst. It's better than TV. It's better than binge watching box sets. It's better than Game of Thrones. Memorable, indeed. Last year, I knew that I would never forget Holy Week 2016 because I was immersed during that week in the practices and traditions and the meaningful acts of the Episcopal Church in Hamilton, and I passionately loved every minute of that privilege. And I will always be grateful to Ian, who's hiding out of sight at the moment, and to St. Mary's for the experiences they gave me that week. I will also never, ever forget this Holy Week. And I will never forget how it began in our town centre, with hundreds of people from across all our denominations and from out with all our denominations, all straining to see and to hear Jesus, and to find out exactly what it was that was going on down there. A week of memorable words and memorable scenes. Tonight, if I may, I would like to draw your attention to some memorable words that I suspect tell us more than we might first imagine. From Matthew's Gospel, from the version we heard read, the memorable words of the disciples. Surely not I, Lord. Surely not I. Do you know what I think about these words? I think they do the disciples justice tonight. I think they present a side to the disciples that might have been lacking of late. These words are not a certain expression of anything. These words include the element of surprise that we often hear in them and attribute to them, but there's more in there. There's a searching, a hope, a humility in these particular memorable words. Surely not I, Lord. For just a few moments, just a few gut-wrenching moments, there is perhaps a shared thought running through all these heads. Have I betrayed him? Surely not I, Lord. That's what's uttered externally. But what is internal? Because even the external doesn't present as brash or certain or confident or strong. I imagine hearing cracking voices. I imagine seeing quizzical looks round the room, not accusatory ones. Surely not I, Lord. Or did I? What did I say to that man yesterday about him? What did I do the day before that? Did I flinch in the temple? Did I wince when the fig tree met its demise? I definitely wasn't keen on that waste of perfume. Did I? Did I betray him in some way? I didn't mean to. Surely not I, Lord. These memorable words show flawed, confused, troubled, but humble human beings who are, in those gut-wrenching moments, willing to believe, not that it must have been somebody else, but that it just might have been them. They don't point the finger. They don't seek to apportion the blame. They don't really want to know the answer to the question, but nevertheless, they're willing to ask because it just might be true. God help them. Surely not I, Lord. And Judas follows suit. This seems to be the question to ask when you're not guilty, as he assumes they are, and so he asks it too. In his guilt, surely not I, Rabbi, crank it up a notch, win his favour. You have said so. He gets called on his comment, but we still have no reason to believe that any of the rest of them even notice. They're still racking their brains, hoping beyond all hopes that they have not inadvertently betrayed their Lord, their companion, their teacher, their friend. So from these memorable words, we move to that memorable scene. Because these words, they're uttered round a table. The flawed, confused, troubled, but humble human beings are invited round this table. And even whilst they are considering whether or not it could be true that they had betrayed their friend, they're still offered that seat at the table, even with their flaws and their confusion and their trouble, because of their flaws and their confusion and their trouble. They are invited to take their seat, to share that bread, to drink that cup. And so from memorable words and a memorable scene, we learn something that I hope is just as memorable. In these disciples and their willingness to believe they might have done him wrong, we find our reason to be invited to this table even now, in whatever state we approach it. Into our flawed, confused, troubled lives enters this memorable example of disciples displaying the humility to believe they might just have done him wrong, just as we do now. Into our flawed, confused, troubled lives enters this memorable example of how every one of these disciples was invited around the table, just as we are now. Memorable indeed. Even if we go out from here and manage to let him down by, I don't know, falling asleep while he prays, let's say, our place at the table is not taken away. May we, in all humility, allow memorable words and memorable scenes to live with us this Holy Week and far, far beyond it. They are the things that will change our lives if we are humble enough to allow them.